That you call me up there again. I just wanted to get in my yard. Feel like Henny from the other night. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I still got my headphones in. I'm still listening to the song. I gotta get in the zone. Gary, sir, sir, sir. Come on, edit. I can't be leaving that out there. It is. It is my last stream of 2025. My last one. There will be no more. From here on out, we will enter the year of the midterms. Which I think should be exciting. I'm excited for the midterms. Hey, lady, drive safe. It is New Year's Eve. What about this one? I like that one.
It's insane.
Got me feeling low. That's right. Taking it back. Taking it back. Yep, that's why we're here early. We'll go out and do some stuff for New Year's later on. So just getting on early. Oh my god, am I choppy to you guys? No? Okay. I see TikTok saying no. I see YouTube saying no. From my perspective, I am not on TikTok, only on the other ones. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I just need to reset everything over here. All right, well, I'm going to ignore it. If you guys are saying I'm good, then I'm good. Yeah, might as well go live. I'm not working today, so I can hang out a little bit. Yeah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know the jukebox is going on in my head. That is a whole bunch. My brain is just singing songs all day long. All day long. I'm on my way down. Yeah, I don't even think it's that. I think it's just my computer's being slow. That's weird. Oh well. That'll be yeah, that'll be what maybe I'll get a new computer in 2026. Maybe that'll be the thing. Yeah, I'm off work until Monday. However, Monday I starting Monday I will actually not be here for about a week. So Slim, thank you so much for joining the team. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You definitely need to chat for Slim for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be off. I will not be here pretty much Monday through Friday of next week ish, something like that. So something to that effect. Yeah, just a little bit of a break from work, and then a little bit of break from this next week. We're just gonna be doing breaks. That's okay. That's okay. We're starting out the new year. That's how things go. No big deal. Where the heck is it? Anyways, we're gonna get this thing going. I really appreciate you, Pixie. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said Happy New Year's. Thanks for making this year fun with Bates and Bingo. Looking forward to another great year, Pixie. I just realized I never got a notification that your last Bingo win gift got sent out. So I need to check on that. Shoot me a message. Where did you? I think you talked to me on Discord before. I think that's what it was. So if that was wherever you messaged me before, I think it was Discord. Message me again because I don't remember it going out. So let me know that either you got it or I need to check out on that. So please and thank you. Well, Dory, you're not going to be without Ari for a week. You'll still have her. I will just be gone. Thank you so much, Pixie. Yeah, you won't be without me. You'll still get her, but not me. I'll just be off for a few days. Oh yeah, it's missing a letter, isn't it? Gotta fix that later. Gotta fix that later. All right, so as you guys are coming in, please double tap that screen. Let's get this thing up and get this thing going. If you guys are on YouTube, please make sure you go in and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, do all that fun stuff. And that way we can get this thing started. My iPad's about to die. I'm not gonna lie, I had lunch and I totally You ever just eat like lunch and just like that's how you know you're getting old, or at least how I know I'm getting old. I had lunch and then I was just like sitting there and I was like, and I just like passed out for like I don't know, like 15 minutes. And I'm like, God damn, I'm old. Holy crap. That literally, I enjoy a lunch and I'm just like, like didn't even realize I had fallen asleep. I just kind of like woke up. My daughter had gone to her room. I was like, I had to go find her. I was like, was I snoring? She was like, no, I just need to go do something. And I was like, oh, okay. At least it wasn't like snort, like just, just on the couch, just like choking on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Molly's talking about getting in the cozy chair. Yeah, you got that like nice little like a little corner you get into. I got it on my couch. I need a new couch actually, but I just get like coiled up in there and just. Just be over here out. VJ says I'm not old, I'm mature. Well, I maturely passed the hell out after having a lunch. So just actually I actually meant to get caffeine after I woke up. I forgot about that. I might have to have the minion go get one of those for me in a second or something. Nope, we got somebody. Hello. Hello. Do you not know how phones work? Hello.
Hello, who is this?
All right, that's weird. I love how people call in. It's like they don't know how phones work. They're just like someone answers the phone. They're just like like how you just forget how phones work, dude. We've had these things forever. We still can't figure it out. So strange. Hello. All right. Like that person. Hello. Yep. No one knows how phones work. That's okay. Sooner or later, we'll get someone in there that knows how a phone works, or we'll get a guest in the guest request box. One of the two. It's only a matter of time.
Right.
Only a matter of time.
Hello.
Right.
Only a matter of time.
Hello.
That's the same person. They literally just switched phone numbers and called again. That's weird. People need friends. This is a good reason why people like need friends. Because if not, you end up in stuff like this. It's wild. Yeah, they're very odd. They're very odd. Very odd. I don't know. I didn't ask their age because they were annoying me, so we didn't even get that far. I did like, so I don't know if you guys have seen or not, but it's they got the New York Times report. I did a video earlier. If you guys haven't watched my video, first of all, if you didn't know I had a video out, that's because you don't have notifications turned on. So fix that. Okay, fix yourself. And if you did have notifications on and you saw I posted a video, why didn't you watch it? That doesn't seem very nice. And if you didn't watch it, okay, you won't know that New York Times just actually did a huge article showing they actually recovered one of the drug boats that we've been attacking Venezuela. Yeah, did you guys hear about that? Isn't that pretty wild? Yeah, they're washing up on the shores. Oh, water, good. Yeah, they're washing up, and yeah, they're recovering these containers that all of these narcotics are on. Yeah, most of them were completely empty. Yeah, and of the ones that had a little residue, it was of a little 420. And I posted a video about it. And I'm going to post another video with actually these comments. It's really funny because what's really funny is like I posted the video and there was a whole bunch of MAGA that were like, "Oh yeah, well, 420 is still illegal, so they're still doing." It's like, wow, like you guys went from their domestic terrorists that are killing millions of Americans to like, were they licensed correctly to have that? They were making people go to Taco Bell, okay? And you know how we have an obesity epidemic in the United States, okay? And they were bringing in tons of substance that would make people eat Taco Bell. How could you guys do that to us? This is such a good reason. Like, think of all the people that will be hungry and sleepy, would have been hungry and sleepy if Donald Trump didn't murder people in the Caribbean. They switched that fast. I'm gonna post a video about it. I'll tell you, these comments are hilarious. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 30.
Oh, okay. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Oh, I can list you a plethora of reasons why. The first reason is that he was able to broker a peace deal between the Israeli government and Hamas.
Beautiful. So what's in that peace deal?
Yes, well, they only accomplished one main thing, which was a temporary ceasefire. Of course, it got violated, but the most important part of that accomplishment was Hamas releasing the rest of the Israeli hostages.
Didn't they have like 20 hostages released?
I believe it was 28, but don't quote me on the exact
Well, that's
number.
fine, even if it's 28.
So
but Biden had over 140.
Oh, okay. But they released the remaining hostages, which is the most important.
Sir, I'm all for
part that
hostages.
I'm trying to.
Sir, I'm
bring
all
up.
for hostages being released. I'm not saying anything bad about that. I think hostages being released is an awesome thing, right? But there is no peace deal. You can't say, oh, what peace deal? Oh, it was a temporary ceasefire that was broken, because first of all, a ceasefire is not a peace deal, and it was already violated. So therefore, that even that peace deal doesn't exist, right? If it's being violated constantly. I mean, I think even just today, there's new reports saying that Israel was blocking all sorts of humanitarian groups from getting into Palestine, including like Doctors Without Borders, right? They're literally trying to like stop food and healthcare from getting to them. Doesn't sound like much of a peace deal, right? But with that said, again, I have no problem with the hostages being, released. I think the hostages being released is excellent, right? But if you're going to rate people based off of having hostage release, and that means Joe Biden was about 7 times better of a president than Donald Trump.
So you're gonna have to look at it as a superior country's hegemony point of view. They actually eradicated Hamas leverage and was forcing them to release the hostages. So now they have no leverage whatsoever, and the Israeli government can continue with their imperialist ambitions, which, if it gets accomplished, that's beneficial to America's interest, because now corporate can invest in foreign direct investment.
Gotcha.
Which they will reap in the profits.
Oh, gotcha. That. So what you're saying is, now that the hostages have been released, now Israel can continue on their genocide, and the United States can financially benefit from that genocide.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm bringing up.
Oh,
it's just
okay.
like the founding of this country. Wow. Did the settlers assimilate to the superior native tribe culture, or did they do an agenda where they eradicated most of the population and set up a government that suits them?
Oh, they committed a genocide. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's not how it works. That's just how you want it to work, sir. That's just how, sir. That's just how people like you want it to work. Okay, it doesn't have to work like that at all.
But
you just prefer it to work with as much death. You just prefer it to work with as much death and suffering as humanly possible.
Okay, so let's look at historical patterns.
No, we're not talking about historical
With
patterns, sir, because for every historical pattern that you can pull up where you talk about these things happening through death and destruction, there's another historical context where a similar thing has happened without all of that death and destruction. Okay. So you don't,
so
there is no, we
speaking,
don't need to look at historical context at it. I need to know why you feel that people need to die so that other
mhm.
people can get rich for money that you're not even going to ever see.
Oh, okay. So I'm just looking at it from an historian point of view,
No, you're
like
not.
10,
You're
20,
looking at it
30,
from an
40 years
inhumanist point of
ahead.
view. Just answer the
And
question.
okay, so that doesn't necessarily benefit me, but I'm just looking at it in a geopolitical chessboard because Israel is technically a mini U.S. in the Middle East.
No, it's not.
And so, okay, so what other country is replicating U.S. hegemony in the Middle East?
Israel's not replicating U.S. Hegemony in the Middle East. What are you talking about?
Okay, so Israel is not. I'm
Zero
using
countries are in the Middle East are doing that because zero people anywhere in the world, minus maybe China, who's attempting to, is doing that.
Okay, so you don't agree with Israel's imperialist ambitions.
Sir, just call it what it is. Stop trying to
So
freaking
do you,
sugarcoat it. Hey, Joe Dirt,
I'm
stop trying to
okay.
church that name up, okay? No, I do not
So
agree with Israel's genocide. Why do you?
okay, fair enough. So you think that there's some type of Disney World version where diplomatic alternatives can be utilized, and it's just one big happy family?
We
That's just
use
how it
diplomatic
works, right?
solutions consistently in the United States. Actually, Donald
Can you
Trump
please
actually
give me
specifically
anecdotal
came in,
evidence?
sir. Actually, Donald Trump actually came in and actually took away one of our largest diplomatic abilities to settle things diplomatically when he got rid of USAID. Right? We use soft power in the United States. We actually use soft power consistently more than we use hard power. Okay, I need to
Okay.
know, sir, why you feel it's okay to advocate for the pain and suffering and murder of people for a benefit that you're not going to see.
Because I'm trying to explain to you the innate characteristics of a stronger country bullying a weaker country.
Sir, I understand how
That's
strong
just
countries
simply how
bully
it
weaker
works. I mean,
countries.
a weaker country don't
We,
have
sir, I already understand that better than you ever could. Okay, I promise you, I do. Okay, I don't need an explanation. Okay, I understand how bigger countries bully smaller countries. The problem is that bigger countries bully smaller countries all the time without people dying over it.
Can you give me anecdotal evidence that buttress your point?
Why would I want to give you anecdotal evidence?
Because you can't just make up that statement without backing it up with historical facts, sir.
Sure,
You're
right now,
saying that
Donald
bigger
Trump is
countries
using
can
Donald
bully
Trump is
weaker
using sure,
countries.
perfect, easy.
Okay,
Donald
go
Trump is
ahead.
using bullying techniques against or attempting to use bullying techniques in his tariff policy against countries like China and against freaking Canada and Mexico. That's literally what
Okay.
Donald Trump is attempting to do with his tariff policy, is to bully them using our larger economic power, right? In order to bully a smaller, a smaller financial country, right? Economically, a smaller country. And he's doing it without committing a genocide.
Okay, so that's can also result in economic warfare. Do you agree or not?
Is economic warfare better or worse than genocide?
I mean, it all depends.
No, it doesn't.
So, if you're implementing sanctions on a third world country that has a destabilized government, and there's different factions fighting for power, crippling that economy would potentially result into a civil war of violence.
Sir, you didn't ask, sir. The question was not,
So, do you see
hey,
the
sir,
domino effect?
sir, what you're doing is you're straw manning. Okay? So I'm going to stop you
Am I
right there.
strong manning?
Yeah, sure. What you're doing is saying, you said, give me an example of a way that big countries bully small countries without committing a genocide. That's what you said. Okay. I gave you an
Yeah.
example of that happening. And then you were like, well, there's this totally other situation that you're not talking about whatsoever that could lead to X, Y, and Z. We're not talking about that, are we?
No, I mean, you gave an example where you can bully a country without using physical violence.
Right. Something
And
that you told me that we
uh,
couldn't do.
oh, okay. And I answered back with economic warfare, which can potentially lead to a domino effect, which will erupt into a civil war.
Gotcha. So do you think us putting tariffs on Canada is going to erupt in civil war?
No, absolutely not. It
Okay, well then
depends on
I
the
gave you an
country that we're
example of a
targeting.
big country bullying a smaller country without committing a genocide. Would you like to respond to that one?
Yeah. You just gave me an example, which was
You asked for an
China.
example. I gave you an example. Now I'm waiting for you to respond to that example.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can't rebuke that because that's true.
I know.
But I gave you hypothetical scenarios and anecdotal evidence of where sanctions can lead to a crippling economy, which is a factor of erupting a civil war within that within that country, sir.
Sure, sir. And I can give you 100 other examples, thousands of other examples, probably, of times when it didn't do that.
Okay. So I'm gonna go on to other accomplishments that Trump has done.
Sir, if
within
your
the
first accomplishment is you're happy that Donald Trump is helping to further a genocide, then I don't think I want to hear any of the other ones.
Okay, I'm just looking at it from a geopolitical chess point of view.
Sir. You just
Because that's how
because
it works when you're
sir,
the
just
number one
sir,
superpower.
shh. Just because you keep saying it's from a geopolitical chessboard point of view doesn't mean it actually is. Okay, you said it 4 times now. Okay, and it does not make your point any better by saying that. Just thought I'd let you know. Like, your point does not increase or get better by you saying that you're trying to see it from this point of view when that's not what you're seeing it from. Okay, are you saying, right,
Okay.
sir? Are you saying, right, that either A, and just answer this question, okay? It's a pretty simple one, okay? Are you saying that there is no way, right, that a larger country like the United States or a larger company like Israel has an ability to bully a country like Palestine, okay, without committing a genocide?
Yes.
There's no other way.
Yeah, there's no other way. And
Oh,
if you can,
okay. Well, see, I'm looking at it, sir, from a geopolitical chessboard type of way. Okay, and obviously, there's a million other there's a million other avenues that a country like the United States could take, that a country like Israel could do to enforce their will on a country like Palestine. Now, first of all, I would rather they didn't do any of that at all. But there is literally all of the steps, literally all of them. Okay, all of the steps before we get to genocide. All of them. If you actually ever studied geopolitics in any way, shape, or form, like you claim to have, you would know that literally something like that is the last and worst fucking possibility of any of the things that you could possibly have. Okay? So it being step number 1 is not exactly a very good one. Okay? But I hope
so do
I
you
hope you have a
understand that
nope,
there's some people in Palestine don't recognize Israel?
Hello. Nope.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope. Mm-mm. I'm not interested. Okay. I hope maybe tomorrow you're a better person. That should be your New Year's resolution. Be a better person starting tomorrow. Okay. But I'm done talking to you.
We're not talking about a more.
All right. Anyways, y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this thing going. If y'all would like to support the live, I have super chat, super stickers, live gift goal that I'm trying to knock out today, some sparklers or something, and also pay links in the bio. So if you'd like support, I really, really appreciate you guys. No, I am just not doing just call only, but no one's in my guest request box. So I'm going to go back to the phone lines because can't do that, Oh, excuse me. And funny enough, somehow, the callers are somehow better. I don't really know. I'm the problem, or better known as Heathen. Thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate that. I just realized that that's missing a letter. Which is pretty wild. So that's a thing. Got to fix that later. That's actually my upgraded membership, and yeah, it is misspelled. So that's not great.
Insane.
Can you hear me?
Unfortunately, what's going on?
I support Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I support him because, deporting illegal immigrants is good for our country.
Well, if that's the case, then you loved Joe Biden, right?
No, I don't like Joe Biden because he's a pussy.
Oh, but yet he deported more people last year than Donald Trump was going to deport this year.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do,
Trump's
though.
gonna get way more out of here.
He's not.
And Biden let them in though.
Unless he's going to
Like-
get unless he's going to get like 200,000 more today. Okay, which honestly, if Donald Trump pulls that off, I will give him credit. If he finds a way to deport 200,000 human beings today, when he doesn't even have all day, he has about, let's see, I don't know, I guess it would be East Coast time, so he has about 8 hours, right? So if he gets
What
that,
are you
if he can pull
talking
that off in
about,
about 8 hours, that'd be pretty impressive.
Well, that's not possible, but he's gonna get more in total because he's the GOAT.
Gotcha. So you don't care about anything of reality.
What does that even mean, bro? Trump is the
Because
best
you said
president.
you like deportations. Then when I show you that Biden, or tell you that Biden has more deportations, then you're like,
I mean,
well,
yeah, he
I
already
don't
served
care.
a full term. He has more.
No, that was just last year, bud.
Yeah, it hasn't even been a year.
Biden
yet.
had more last. Yeah, it hasn't been a year, sir. He's not going to get there. He's not close to catching
Nah,
Biden
he's
from
going
last
to.
year.
No, Trump will do it.
How?
He will. He said he would. Because ICE is going into cities. He hasn't even gone through like half the cities yet.
So he's going to get through the other half in what? 22 days?
Yeah, sure thing. Trump's the man. He can do that.
All right.
And why don't you support him? I mean, you think Kamala's better?
Because my face isn't covered in Cheeto dust from having it shoved up Trump's ass the whole day.
Whoa, that's really insensitive. And he's not
Oh,
orange, he's
I
white.
do not care.
Okay, bro. Are you trying to debate or you're just going to be a little
You're
boy,
not
little
debating,
sissy
sir.
boy?
I bring up a point, and you're just like,
am.
oh well, he's gonna do it, and I love him, and he's great, and I love him, and he's awesome, and because he's the man. Just blah blah blah. You're not debating anything, sir. You're just
He is the
fucking-
man. Biden's a weak old man. Kamala's a freaking joke. Trump is the best option we got.
Yeah, but yet can't deport as many people as Biden.
Okay, besides deporting, I like what he's doing in foreign policy.
What's he doing in foreign policy?
He's getting Europe, not teaching the suckers how to not be pussies and fix their country.
And which
And,
country did he
he's-
fix in Europe?
Well, he's urging them to deport their Muslims that are going in there,
Yeah, and are they doing that?
trying to save their culture. Huh?
And are they doing that?
Some are. Poland.
Nope, none of them are. Nope, they're still not doing that because Donald Trump is weak and can't
No,
do
he's
anything.
not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Dude,
is.
you're weak.
Ooh,
You're not
good
half the
one.
man Trump is. You're not even a quarter of the man Trump is, buddy.
Mm.
You think you can do a better job than him?
Yeah.
Really? That's just not true, bro.
I think most people. Usually when people ask me that on the live, they go like, "Hey, do you think you could do a better job than Trump?" And I go, honestly, I think you could do a better job than Trump. And normally, I honestly believe that. I usually honestly believe that whatever Trump supporter I'm talking to could probably actually do a better job with the country than Trump can. But in
you
your
have-
case, in your case, I am going to make an exception and say that maybe you couldn't.
Do you have any political experience at all? Besides
Did
debating
Donald Trump
kids
have any
online?
political experience before he became president?
No, but he already served. a
Well,
term.
there
He
you go.
has
Well, there
already
you go,
followed.
sir. I had as much as Donald Trump did when he came into office.
But now he has 4 years of experience right now, which is more qualified than Kamala is.
Gotcha. So the only thing that qualifies you to be president is being president.
No, but Kamala was only a VP, and VPs don't do shit. So
Yeah. And what was Donald Trump
Yes,
before he
more,
became president? So you're saying Donald Trump was a great president, right?
well, Trump has experience in business.
Hold on, sir.
And business
Sir.
and politics coincide.
No, they don't. So you're saying that Donald Trump was a good president, but he had no experience before. So therefore, you're already losing your point. I'm going to drop you down because you're a waste of oxygen.
Whoa.
So
Bro, you're not-
have a better
okay,
new
so
year,
Instead
okay?
of debating me, you're just gonna kick me. Wow.
Yeah. What's going on? Hello? Somebody else is here. Hello?
Hello, sorry.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just listening, and I was asked to come up.
Oh,
I was just listening. Yeah, I don't know who you are or anything. I've never seen you before, so
yes, you have.
I have.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't remember you.
Oh, that's fine. You wouldn't remember me.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
Oh, because I came up on your live, right, to make a political point. I said 4 words and you cried and kicked me off your live.
No, I didn't. I
Yes,
don't
you
do
did.
that. Stop
You
it.
did.
Really?
You
What 4
literally
words did you
did.
say? Did you
Yeah,
insult me?
you literally
Did you
did.
insult me?
I
Did
literally
you
came
insult
up.
me?
I literally came up there and I was like, "Yeah, so that political point
Okay.
is wrong." Your entire panel
Did you
cried
insult me?
and whined and
That's not
lied
true.
and just, "He's a liar. He's a whiner. Ah, bah, 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 that's Polly." Ah! And then literally the next thing you know, one of your fucking mods kicked me directly off your live. I didn't get to say 4 words on your live and you start crying. But see, unlike your
That's
live,
really where. That's
unlike
really where
unlike
you're a
your live,
liar.
unlike
You're
your
already
live,
lying.
unlike your
Mhm.
live, I
Uh-huh.
have no problem
Uh-huh.
having you on my live. I would love to have you come up here and tell me why you support Trump and have a conversation about that. And I'm not going to bring anybody else up here to whine and yell over you either.
So first of all, Polypolitical, is that your name? I don't even know who you
Man,
are.
if you
Yeah,
can't spell, this is going to be a rough live.
Polypolitics. So listen, that's first of all, you flat out lied. That I don't appreciate that whatsoever. I wouldn't have dropped
I
you
might have it
just
on
because you
tape,
said 4
actually.
words. I would love for you to show me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that'd
might.
be
I'd have to
so
find
cool.
it. I might, though, someplace.
That'd be great. Please do so, because I really would love to see that. I mean, when did you come up?
Yes, this is Forehead Lady, yes. I don't know. It was a while ago. It wasn't that
How long
significant.
ago?
I didn't mark it on my fucking calendar.
Okay, well, you're the one who's making the
I
claim.
literally was just going through MAGA lives. I saw your live and I was like, oh, they might want to have a conversation. They said they wanted liberals up there. So I joined and then realized that you guys really didn't. Yeah.
Sure.
But it's
All
okay.
right,
If
so-
not just for me, I've seen you do it to RJ. I've seen you do it to multiple other creators, actually friends of mine, where they've literally gotten up there and you've done the exact same thing. So that's not
With
really
RJ,
uncommon.
what are you talking about with RJ? I mean, he was up there for a while. What are you talking about? Dear Lord.
Oh
You're
yeah.
full of shit.
Oh, I guess you did remember me then. That's fine.
No, I'm just saying you're full
Regardless.
of shit. I know you're full of shit.
Actually, that was the day
That
I
I
was on
don't
there. Was the day RJ was on there. Yeah, RJ actually asked for me to come up. That was actually pretty funny. Anyways, do you have any actual
Okay.
points to make, or?
Well, you asked me why I support Trump. So I support Trump, for many reasons. Immigration, foreign policy, the fact that he's cleaning up corruption
Sweet. So
in
how's
this
he?
country.
So how's he cleaning up corruption?
How is he cleaning up corruption?
Mhm.
Do you think that immigration was corruption?
Do I think immigration is corruption? No, those are two very different things.
So you don't think that the Biden administration allowed all of these immigrants to come in? I mean, Biden allowed all of these immigrants to come in. Why?
Oh, I believe that the Biden administration did have some policies that were a little bit too forward on immigration. I think he could have done more to stop them, and I think that some of those policies weren't the best. Yeah.
A little bit more. Like he didn't do anything.
Oh, he did do something,
said,
right?
look-
Like again, like I just explained to that last guest, the deportation numbers are actually were higher last year than they are even this year. Even though Donald Trump is
That's
setting
not
these
true.
goals, it is true.
No, it's not.
Okay, then what are the numbers of deportations for this year?
For deportation, I think they're 2.5 million.
2.5 million. That's pretty impressive, considering ICE is reporting about 500,000
500,000.
deportations.
So are we including?
Repatriations.
Okay. So are we including the self deportations?
We would be including those if we could actually get an accurate number of them. Unfortunately, the only numbers that you guys have seen whatsoever is what Kristi Noem just said the numbers were. And about 4 or 5 different independent organizations have done analysis to see if those numbers were even close to accurate, and they haven't even been in the ballpark. Where she's claiming over like 1 million self-deportations, most people,
1.9.
yeah, most freaking actual independent analysis say it's less than 100,000.
Can you bring up a receipt on that?
Sure.
That'd be
Easily.
great.
Can you bring up a receipt to prove me wrong besides what Kristi Noem says?
Well, I could bring up the Department of Homeland Security.
Sure, bring that up for me. I'd love that.
Okay. Hold on.
And again, it's not the Department of Homeland Security just saying it. I want the data to back it because Kristi Noem is the head of the Department of Homeland Security. So just her saying that it happened doesn't mean that it happened.
Right. Please don't bring up an opinion piece.
This is actually fun. I love this one. This one's one of my favorites, and I'll actually put this up here because not only does this article say that Kristi Noem's the numbers are inaccurate, but it actually explains where the Department of Homeland Security is actually getting those numbers and why they're inaccurate, which I think is actually great. So it says, what we know of, according to a recent national survey by the Kaiser Foundation and the New York Times, about 15% of all immigrants have considered leaving, but not that they have gone home. So where is the administration getting these numbers from? Reporting suggests DHS from the pulling the data from a chart produced by the anti-immigration think tank Center of Immigration Studies, which I have actually pulled from many times, right? Which contains its analysis are derived from American Community Survey and current population study data. That might sound academic and reliable, but experts, including the former chief economist of the Congressional Budget Office, Wendy Edelman, and the Patterson Institute for International Economics have explained at length why they are unreliable. Even the CIS data themselves, along with the Pew Research experts, include prominent caveat to explain that the apparent evidence of out-migration is a statistical artifact.
And who's this from?
Oh, this is from AmericanCommunityMedia.org.
I've never even heard of that.
Montana, you've been around for a while. I'm not surprised you haven't heard of many things, okay?
What
I am
the
saying
hell?
specifically where I talked about the CIS data, which they're pulling, the Pew Research Center, which I'm sure you've heard of. I'm sure you've heard of both of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So that's where the data is coming from, and from the Peterson Institute of International Economics. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the actual independent research agencies that are doing it, not the name of the website in which is saying that they did it.
Sure.
Sweet. So can you pull up some sort of empirical data that proves them wrong?
So go to Homeland Security.
Yep.
Go to Homeland
Security.
Okay, the title is Over 2 Million Illegal Aliens Out of the United States in Less Than 250 Days. President Trump, Secretary No, robust immigration law enforcement. And it says on Tuesday, the Department of Homeland Security announced that 2 million illegal aliens have been removed or self-deported since January 20th.
Yep, got it right here.
The Trump
It's funny
administration
because I already
is
talked
on case.
about this. Yep.
Mhm.
So this is, again, just what Kristi Noem says, because Kristi Noem can put spaceships are real and I married an alien on this website. It means absolutely nothing. Okay. But as I said
according
on
to
here,
who? According to you?
Montana,
Really?
if you own a website, are you allowed to put whatever you want on that website?
That's ridiculous.
I'm asking you a simple question. If you own a website, are you allowed to put whatever you want on that website?
Again, that's ridiculous.
It's a simple question. If it's so ridiculous, I don't know why you're having such a...
So are you going to, okay, so basically you believed everything that the Biden administration
Absolutely
put on
not.
DHS. Oh, you don't? Okay.
No,
okay.
I don't believe things just
that you
because
did.
presidential administrations put them out, and I sure as hell don't believe things just because Kristi Noem puts them out. I put things up that can be backed by empirical data, and since 2 million undocumented immigrants self-deporting cannot be in any way, shape, or form backed up by empirical data, I do not believe it. All right. What I can look is if 2 million immigrants within 250 days is even logically possible, which it's not. Even at a self-deportation level, right? They do not have the ability in any way, shape, or form to actually pull that off. And since you have no data to show it, I have no data I have nothing to show that it actually happened, and it's not even actually possible. Okay. And Kristi Noem can literally say anything, because that would literally be something like almost 10,000 immigrants self-deporting a day. Okay. I don't even know if we literally would have the domestic flights to even cover that without completely shutting down airports. So because we don't have that, no, I am not going to count 2 million self-deportations in Donald Trump's deportation numbers.
Okay, give me a second. Hold on. I didn't want to cough in your ear. So, okay, hold on. I'm at Pew Research right now. So give me a second.
Sure, sounds good. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here.
Since you're not going to accept DHS receipts.
200,000, let's see, 2.5 million. Let's see. Oh, I went to one too far. And then let's see. Yep, divided by. Yep, literally 2.5 million people. 2.5 million people. Or sorry, it was 2 million. My fault. It wasn't 2.5. That was your entire claim of how many people were there. So that we have 2 million people divided by 250 days, right? That is literally and unequivocally 8,000 people. 8,000 people self-deporting per day. Okay. We do not have the immigration infrastructure to manage that type of people. We don't have the infrastructure to ensure that any of these people got out. So literally we would just be claiming that people left and no way to process it. We don't even have the immigration officials whatsoever to even process 8,000 people self-deporting in a day.
Okay. So just give me a second.
Sure. No problem.
So let's see here. And here we are in 2025. And so why don't you go to, so are you okay with the Cato Institute?
Cato Institute's right-leaning, but they're generally pretty okay.
Okay, so just go and the most important immigration stories of 2025. So, and again, the most important immigration story was the mass cancellation of lost status for roughly 2.5 million immigrants with humanitarian parole and temporary protection status, and justify these actions, DHS, and it claims the Afghanistan's, Haiti, blah, 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 but it says it right there, 2.5 million people.
Okay, perfect. Can you just tell me the name of it again? I apologize. You kept going, but it's that's totally fine. I already know where the problem is with it, but what was the name of the article on Cato?
The most important immigration stories of
Most
2025.
important immigration studies of, I'm sure that'll get me close enough.
2025.
Yep, sure that'll get me close enough. Google's smart enough to figure that out. All right. So, first paragraph of this thing, and I want to put in there that I want to show on the screen for everybody that I put on directly, exactly what she says. This is exactly what she told me to put up, right? The most important immigration stories of 2025. Okay, so that nobody thinks I'm pulling up an article that she didn't ask me to pull up. Okay. First paragraph. In 2025, President Trump's Department of Homeland Security attempted and carried out so many unlawful, unconstitutional, immoral, and economically and socially damaging actions in the name of immigration enforcement that it is difficult to rank them. Nonetheless, it is worth considering which DHS actions were most impactful. Okay. I would just like to know that the thing that she had me pull up from the Cato Institute, which is right-leaning, just called his deportation actions unlawful, unconstitutional, immoral, and exactly economically and socially. Hey,
so how were they unlawful?
Ma'am, don't ask me explaining your article. This was your evidence. You asked me to pull it up. Okay, that you
and it says,
you have to justify your own article. Okay.
Nonetheless, it is worth considering which DHS actions. I don't give a shit what it says up here about what their personal fifis are.
Gotcha. Okay. So the article really, really means something to you and is really important to you, but only the specific parts of it that you want. That's okay. I can read where you actually got this 2.5 million from. It says cancellation of legal statuses. Okay, legal. So this is literally Donald Trump deporting people that were legally here.
Go to banning legal immigrants. Go to banning legal immigrants. As I predicted, President Trump administration already lowered legal entrance for more than illegal. Illegal
I'm still
entries.
trying to read. I'm still trying to read your paragraph about the 2.5 million.
Okay. Well, you went ahead and skipped the entire first paragraph. Good job.
Yeah. So
and then cancellation of legal statuses.
Okay. Yeah. Just again, so I make sure that everybody here can see that I'm being genuine. In this banning legal immigrant spot, it does not in any place, shape, or form give that 2.5 million immigrants that she was talking about. Nowhere. The only place that she gets the 2.5 million from is under the cancellation of legal statuses. The most important immigration story of 2025 was the mass cancellation of lawful status for the roughly 2.5 immigrants in humanitarian parole and temporary protected status. Literally the biggest thing that he did, right, with that's 2.5, was cancel the immigration status of people that were legally here, right? While he
Oh,
continues
legally
to,
here? Oh, wow. Okay.
yes, it even says temporary protected.
Legally.
It literally says it in the paragraph. Again, ma'am, this is your source, not mine.
Well, I brought this up because you wouldn't accept the DHS receipt.
Yeah, this doesn't
So-
even say that they were deported. It literally just says that he canceled their legal status. So by that case, if he canceled the legal status of 2.5 million immigrants, he literally added to the amount of undocumented immigrants in the country, not subtracted.
And keep going down to the chart.
Okay. So far we have Donald Trump at plus 2.5 million undocumented immigrants.
hmm
All right, chart. ICE profiling is leading to thousands of street arrests with people with no criminal charges or removal orders.
No,
ICE
they
street
are.
arrests with no
if you-
criminal convictions, charges, or removal orders, rolling weekly average to 2025.
Mhm.
And this chart is supposed to tell me.
I'm just telling you that deportations. You were trying to tell me. I don't give a shit how they went about it. That there was that we did not deport 2.5 million people. 2.5 million people are deported, either self deportations or we deported, or the ICE deported.
Again, okay, multiple research agencies have shown that that number is nowhere near close. This does not prove that because this doesn't even talk about deportations. It just talks about the removal of statuses. Okay, so Donald Trump, and again, even to top all of that off, like I said before, we do not in any way, shape, or form have the infrastructure to manage 8,000 self-deportations a day. Okay, because we would have to make sure
We
they
don't.
No.
Oh wow! And please, how do you? And tell me, how do you know that?
Because we haven't added any of the infrastructure. We've been short on infrastructure for a long time. That's actually what the Langford bill actually attempted to do, was to add more infrastructure into our immigration process.
The Langford bill didn't pass, so it doesn't matter.
No, I was saying that it did attempt to add new judges and new staff and all that sort of stuff. So we actually had a higher, level to be able to process migrants that were actually leaving the country. But since that didn't pass, like you so aptly said, right, we don't have the ability. One of the things that I actually do criticize Biden for in his immigration policy was there was a certain point where we were so stacked up on migrants that were entering the country at deportation stations across the southern border that we did not have the staff in order to be able to deport them. Joe Biden made the decision to sometimes release the ones that that had no criminal record and stuff into the United States. I don't agree with that policy, right? I think that they still should have been deported. But the reason why that they had to do that, or why they believe that they had to do that, is because we did not have the staff to deport the people that we already had in custody, because there was too many of them. They were stacking up, especially the countries that we couldn't actually, they didn't have specific agreements with as far as deportation. So I can't imagine, right, if we don't have the infrastructure in the United States to deport people, right, that are already within our custody, and Donald Trump has done nothing to, enhance that infrastructure, that there is no way we could possibly, satisfy 8,000 deportations today on top, right, of already normal ICE operations and already normal CBP operations, which are already be conducting at the southern border, at ports of entry, and all of those things.
So, weren't you guys having a fit about the little facility that we put up here in Florida?
Yes, I don't know if I would call it a fit, but no, I don't believe that building concentration camps is great.
Oh, concentration camp. It was a concentration camp. Why?
Because that's what the definition of a concentration camp is.
No,
Exactly,
it was
pull it up
not
for
a
you?
concentration. It was not a concentration camp.
Okay, well, whatever
was
you'd like to
not.
call it, that's fine. Yep. And definition of a concentration camp. A place where a large number of people, especially political prisoners or members of persecuted minorities, are deliberately imprisoned in a relatively small area with inadequate facilities, sometimes to provide forced labors or await, mass execution. The term is strongly associated with several hundred camps established during Nazi Germany and occupied in Europe in 1933 to 1945.
Okay, great. And so tell me exactly how Alcatraz, excuse me, not Alcatraz. Tell me exactly how we did that in the in the facility in Florida. Tell me.
Yeah, it's a large number of people, okay, with members of a persecuted minority, that were deliberately imprisoned in a relatively small area with inadequate facilities. That's a concentration camp. That's the
Okay.
definition.
And how, okay, that's the definition, but show me how the facility in Florida was, it was not suffice. Tell me.
It was just
Can you bring
inadequate.
up receipts?
The number of
How
people
was
that
it,
were
how
there,
was it inadequate?
because the number of people that were sent there did not meet the qualifications for how many people were allowed to be housed there. They had a number of people that should have been housed there. They had way more people than that, so they were overcrowded and putting way too many people in there. So therefore, they didn't have the correct amount of staff. There was water leaks. There was inability to get enough food there into all of these types of
That is
places.
not
right?
true.
And
Those
the
are
people
all
and
lies.
people were getting lost in these places. We didn't even know how to track them. People weren't able to even have specific representation under our law, so they weren't allowed to have due process. They weren't allowed to reach out to their lawyers. They weren't allowed to reach out to their families. All of these things are what I would consider an inadequate facility. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So again, well, you're bringing up all of these allegations, but you don't have any receipts for those.
Would you like me to
Whatsoever.
pull some for you?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Sure.
All of your little opinion pieces.
And which opinion piece have I brought up to you? Just out of curiosity.
You've brought up several.
Yeah, just which one? Because I don't remember ever bringing in a opinion piece, but that's fine. I think inadequate would actually be an opinion, right? And that's what I was saying, because you think inadequate is subjective, right? So I don't know how you do that without it. But anyways, new findings reveal human rights violations at Florida's Alligator Alcatraz and Chrome detention centers. Amnesty, the report, torture and enforced disappearances in the Sunshine State, human rights violations at Alligator Alcatraz and Chrome, Florida, reveal human rights violations that in some cases amount to torture, occurring at Chrome and Alligator Alcatraz, with increasingly hostile anti-immigration climate in Florida under Governor Ron DeSantis, whose administration has intensified the criminalization of mass deportation of migrants and people seeking safety. And I can literally pull up the article that is just about this. Yep. And this is the actual PDF article right here, which is actually a study that was done by Amnesty International. Oh, I didn't have it on the screen. Sorry, y'all. I thought I had it on the screen. Yep, this is a 61-page study, torture and enforced disappearances in the Sunshine State.
Hold on. Bringing up the receipt.
Y'all, if you guys are here, please make sure you hit
these,
that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Fine. Showing that there was human right violations.
Thank you guys so much for clearing that gift goal. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah. Aren't there still like 1,200 people missing?
1,200 people missing?
Yeah, I think I read
Really?
somewhere.
I never heard of that.
Let's take a look.
I did.
I'm curious.
Yeah, and it was the Amnesty International titled that supposedly tortured and enforced disappearance in the Sunshine State human rights violation about. So I see where you read it. And this report publicly available, finding September 2025. The testimonies, on-site observation and documented patterns of treatment, including sanitary condition, exposed isolation,
It's insane.
okay, and calls of individual documents. The key findings: one, unsanitary living conditions, exposure to environmental elements, aspects, and blah 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 blah. Okay, now I see where you got it.
Yep. Here's another article talking about detainees missing from ICE database after entering Alligator Alcatraz.
I just find it interesting that okay, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security published a statement saying some of the claims about Alligator Alcatraz were false allegations and hoax being circulated about the facility. DHS warns the false claims can jeopardize the safety and security and assert that the facility operates within the standard protocol.
I have
Local and
no
state
doubt of that.
Officials, yeah, including the Florida Division of Emergency Management and spokespeople for the governor's office, have denied reports of abusive and inhumane treatments.
Yeah, gotcha.
And
I have no doubt that the people
And
that are
when-
putting them in those conditions would say that those conditions are good.
So what's interesting is that the Amnesty research were never granted access to Alligator Alcatraz. So the base findings, some of the base, they based some of the findings by interviewing people that previously were detained and a third party source rather than a direct observation from inside the facility.
Gotcha. So the government who's
Okay.
putting them there isn't allowing people to go inside to actually check the conditions. And they're telling you, hey, guys, don't worry about it. Okay, it's all good here. Don't worry. There's absolutely nothing shady happening here. While the people that are actually being released from this facility are telling us the conditions of them. And I'm supposed to believe the people that are putting them in there, not the people that were literally serving time there.
So why should they be allowed to go in there?
Well, actually,
Why should they be allowed to go in and inspect anything? What gives them the right to do so?
gives them the right. It's not the right of the media. It's the right of the people, right?
Oh,
It's
the right of the people. I'm
Right,
sorry.
yeah.
When was the last time that you went into a prison or you went into a jail facility?
I've
When
never-
is the last time
I've
you
ne-
went into a county or a prison to inspect it? What do you know what's going on in Alabama or any of the other federal or state prisons? I mean,
Yes,
you guys
I
aren't saying
do.
shit about. Oh, okay.
And you know why I know what's going on in those prisons? Because the media is allowed to go in, right? And then we
That's
get
not
to
true.
see it is true. Okay. The
No.
media is allowed to go
Really?
in and be able to report on the conditions
It's not a wild
of
pivot.
this, right? It is that they're allowed to report on the conditions of it. I'll give you another example of why it is so important that the media is able to go into these facilities and also to be able to interview people that are coming out of these facilities and the guards and all sorts of stuff, right? Look at the 60 Minutes documentary that just came out, on the conditions at CCAT, where people, that were sent to CCOT by the Trump administration experienced sexual, physical, and mental, abuse at the hands of their guards and of other inmates at certain points, right? But especially at the hands of the guards. And as soon as I got ready to come out on 60 Minutes, it was literally squashed, right, by people that were close to Trump and only displayed in Canada.
Oh, please.
Right?
Oh
Where
my
literally
God,
we had to
this has
get,
been going on
where
way before.
literally,
This is-
we had to get,
Wait.
where literally we had to get freaking bootleg
This-
copies from Canada to be able to see where American tax dollars are housing prisoners.
I implore you to see the documentary that was just they actually have it on HBO. Just go. Why don't you go watch that documentary? This has been happening for decades. This hasn't been happening under the Trump administration. You can't blame
Oh,
this
I
shit on
completely
the Trump
agree.
administration.
Oh wait, no, I don't need
That's
to watch
ridiculous.
I don't need to watch the documentary to believe that. I know CCOT has had a very long history of being a torture prison. Okay, they actually specifically built it to be a torture prison. All right, I don't need to watch a documentary of that. I 100% believe that. My problem, okay, well, I mean, obviously I have a problem with the prison itself, but that's in El Salvador. I can't do much about that, right? But what I can have a problem with is the U.S. government spending our tax dollars to send people to that prison, right? That's where I have an issue. Right? I'm not blaming Donald Trump for the conditions of that prison. I'm blaming Donald Trump for sending people from America into those conditions willingly.
Oh dear Lord. So CCOT. So okay. So do you remember when Kristi Noem went to CCOT?
I do, yes.
Oh, okay. So and there was other officials that went to CCOT.
Yes, there were.
Didn't the governor? Okay, was it the governor of Maine? Was it the governor of Maine or the governor?
Yes, I actually believe it
went-
was the governor of Maine. I think you are correct.
Okay, okay. So when the governor of Maine went there, what did he say about the facility?
He wasn't allowed in.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah.
wasn't allowed in. But what it did, and so and I don't recall Garcia complaining
Sorry,
about the facility.
she wasn't allowed in. I'm thinking of two different people. She wasn't allowed in, but there was
It
another.
wasn't a-
There was
it
another
wasn't a
governor
she.
that actually, or there was somebody else, a guy, bald head guy that went there too. What was his name? There was the governor of Maine that went, but there was somebody else that went. Bald head guy. My brain is blanking. Anyways, sorry. Anyways, yeah, they weren't allowed in, and when they were found out it was a congressman from Maryland. That's who it was. Yeah, when they went down there, they were actually told they weren't allowed in, and when asked specifically why they weren't allowed in, they were told they pretty much weren't allowed in, pretty much because Kristi Noem wouldn't allow them in.
Oh, Kristi Noem. I didn't realize that Kristi Noem was in charge of CCOT.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
ridiculous.
realize that either. Yeah, but you know what's really funny, because when they Van Hollen, that's what it was. Thanks, Steve. That's who it was. It was Van Hollen. Anyways, it's actually really funny because Donald Trump, like when he sent Kilmer Abrego Garcia there, right? And everybody wanted him back, right? He said specifically like, oh, we're not in control of that, right? Even though we sent people there and like all sorts of stuff, that even though we sent the people there, that $6 million of our tax money is going to house them. Oh, all of a sudden we don't have control over these people. And then all of a sudden when federal judges start freaking, making rulings saying that he needs to be returned immediately, then all of a sudden the Trump administration has all the power to go in there and pull him right back to the United States. And they pull him back after he had experienced all of this torture, right? That you even said we've known about, has gone on for decades. And now he is literally on the street. And new unsealed documents that just came out, was it yesterday or the day before, said specifically that the only reason that they ever indicted him whatsoever is after they realized that they had mistakenly deported him and they were trying to cover their tracks.
Are you kidding me right now?
These
About
are
Garcia?
unsealed
No.
documents in his
No.
court case.
No,
He
no,
is
no, no.
literally filing
No.
a not guilty charge based off the fact that the entire indictment is vindictive, based off of evidence from the Justice
I'm
Department
sorry.
that shows
He
that
was
it was
literally,
vindictive.
there is a video that I saw this video myself and everyone on my live saw this video where he was stopped in Tennessee and he had all of those people in the van. These people did not have any documentation. They did not have any, they didn't have a driver's license. They couldn't speak English, right? He was actually stopped with a suspended driver's license, and then for some forsaken reason, the FBI was called for this traffic stop, and they let him go. What are you talking about?
It's kind of
What are you
crazy.
talking about?
It's kind of crazy how the police were called in. The FBI was called in.
Hell?
And they let him go. Does that maybe make you think for just a second that maybe he wasn't human trafficking? If the FBI looked at all the
Oh
evidence and they
my
were actually
God.
at the ground. No, I'm just saying it is. Let's use our processing brain here. Let's do this, okay? If the FBI was called in, said there was no crime, right? Then afterwards there was no indictment, right? And there was literally zero indictment until he was mistakenly deported by the Trump administration, then did you ever think that maybe you watching a video third hand doesn't give you all the information?
Dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm telling you that this. So you're trying to tell me that Garcia was not trafficking people.
I am trying to tell you that there has literally been no evidence produced in a court of law that showed that he was. At all. There has been zero evidence.
In Maryland. That's crazy.
They do
That is just
prosecute
crazy.
criminals in Maryland, right? By the way, he's not at a court in Maryland. He's at a court in Tennessee.
No, they brought him back. They brought him back to Maryland.
He's at a court in Tennessee.
He
is currently out.
He was in Tennessee, yes, but he's in Maryland now.
Yeah, because
And
he
now
was
they
let
let him
out
go.
by the judge, okay? Because there was no reason to hold him. If he was such a bad human trafficker, then why is he out? Why did the judge specifically say that there is evidence that this entire indictment is vindictive?
So let's see, the federal prosecutor on Garcia that helped people enter to travel with the U.S. without authorization and did so for money. Hold on. And the transportation across the border, usually with the person's consent for a fee, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What he was not charged with. So he was charged for smuggling. Okay, he was charged for that.
When?
So federal prosecutors for Garcia helped people enter the travel to the U.S. without authorization and did so for money. And transportation across the border, usually with persons of consent for a fee. The government believes it can prove that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. They are now doing that 10 years after this traffic stop, or 8 years, 7 years, whatever it was, after they realized they deported him afterwards. That's the entire point of what I'm saying. Nobody charged him with a single thing. There was not a single indictment until he was sent off to a foreign prison to be tortured and they
Oh
realized
my God, he was
they
not.
fucked
He was
up.
not tortured. He was not tortured.
You know
He
what's
didn't
actually
look
funny?
tortured. He didn't look
He
malnourished.
didn't
Give me
look
a break. You guys
tortured.
are
He
ridiculous.
didn't
No, he
look
wasn't
tortured.
tortured
Did
at
you guys
all.
hear that?
And he didn't.
He didn't
And he didn't
look
come out saying
tortured.
that he was tortured. And he didn't come out saying that he was tortured.
You know
That's
what's
ridiculous.
you know what
people
you know
are
what's you know
ridiculous.
what's funny? No,
Always defending the criminals.
hold on.
Always defending them.
Look, hey, Kilmar Abrego Garcia has been convicted of 0 crimes. Trump has been convicted of 34. But it's actually really funny, okay? Because literally 5 minutes ago, maybe it was a little bit more than 5 minutes ago, right? You said that it was not Trump's fault that CCOT was so bad. You said that
What?
CCOT has been.
I did not say that.
Yes, you.
No, shut up. I did not say that.
Oh, please keep
That's not what I
denying it.
said whatsoever.
I can't wait to make
Oh,
the video
wow,
about
I
this
did-
later.
Oh, please. I can't wait till you make. I didn't say. What did you say I said?
Yeah, you didn't even let me finish it. So, may I
Okay, go
finish it
ahead.
now?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go
So
ahead. Yeah,
I
go
had said that Trump is sending people to the CCOT to be tortured. And you said, look at the documentary on HBO. CCOT has been like that forever. It's been
What?
like that for decades.
Dude,
You actually
you're a
specifically-
little confused.
Hold
you
on.
are a little confused.
on.
You're confused. We were talking about the prisons. That's concerning the prisons.
Okay.
The
all
state
right.
and federal prisons that had nothing to do with CCOT.
All right. Well, you said CCOT
were
has been like that
talking
for a
about-
long time, and I agree with you that it
No.
has. Okay, but CCOT has been very,
What?
very well known for a long
Oh my
time for
God.
being a torture prison. It's kind of weird now that all of a
What's
sudden
happening
it's not
right
a
now?
torture prison. Yeah.
What are you talking about? You are so confused.
Oh, I'm.
What is happening?
Very much not confused, ma'am.
No, you are really confused. So we were speaking about the federal and state prisons, and I said that there was a documentary concerning the prison system on HBO. And now you're telling me that I said that it was regarding CCOT. You're flying.
That's fine. No problem. Maybe I did get confused because I was talking about the documentary specifically about CCOT that people close to Trump had pulled off the air.
What documentary?
And then you talked about the 60 Minutes documentary.
Oh, okay. So according to you, that there was a 60 Minutes documentary regarding CCOT that was pulled off the air. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's not according to me. That's just a fact of what happened. It was
I don't
actually
know. I don't
released
know.
in Canada on
Okay,
accident.
Well, on accident? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch 60 Minutes, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
Well, you couldn't have
yeah.
watched this one anyway because, again, people close to Trump had it pulled off the air. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me check on that if you don't mind.
Yes, please do. Yeah, it was a very in-depth documentary on the conditions of CCOT, specifically from people that that used to be in CCOT, very explicitly explaining the like I said the physical, the sexual, the mental, the torture that they had to go through.
It's
Right,
insane.
while they were there, and which is already horrific enough if it was for the people that it was designed for, which was actually El Salvadorian cartel members when they were trying to clear up their streets. But for people that have been convicted of no crime, none, okay, I feel very, very, very. I mean, that is just a sad thing to do to anyone. By the way, in case you haven't seen, Kilmar Abrego Garcia is making TikToks now, and they are very sweet. Actually, he gets up on the.
He's so disgusting. I'm so glad that you think that he's really sweet when he freaking, put his hands on his wife. Okay, that's really cute. I'm glad that you think he's really sweet. When his wife came out
the TikToks
and
are sweet. I don't know if he's a
his
sweet
TikTok
person.
is sweet. Oh, you don't? Oh, but you just said that he was sweet. That he makes
I
these
said
really
that-
sweet TikToks.
Yeah,
That's.
they
oh my
are sweet.
God.
Would you guys like to see one?
What is
I can pull
happening?
one up.
What is happening right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it's okay.
Oh my
She
God.
doesn't. She
No,
doesn't.
go ahead, pull it up.
She doesn't
ahead.
care. She doesn't
Insane.
care that the wife said that it never happened. It's fine. She doesn't care about that.
Oh, what? Yes, it did happen. I have
Gotcha.
her
Oh, wait.
documentation.
Gotcha.
Are you kidding?
So I'm supposed to believe you and not the wife. Got it.
The documentation is out there. What are you talking
What?
about?
The wife said it didn't happen.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, so she made a false claim on a DV charge. I
Yes.
got it. Oh, okay.
So maybe she's not a very sweet
there.
person.
That's it. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Help us. Okay, hold on. So let me see here. So I guess, yes, you're right. There was a planned 60 Minutes segment that was pulled off the air in the United States shortly before it was scheduled. And so did it have to do with Trump? Why it was pulled? Barry West, I guess, the new appointed editor-in-chief of CBS News, said she pulled the story because it didn't meet editorial standards yet, specifically saying it needed more content and further effort to get comments from the Trump administration. Oh, they were waiting for Trump. They wanted more content from the Trump administration.
Yes.
That's
and
the reason.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
and
they had
hold
nothing
on.
to do with Trump.
You're
They
missing
had
a little
nothing to do
you're
with
missing
Trump.
a little part of that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. The little part of that
No.
that you're missing is that they had been reaching out to the Trump administration for
Oh,
over
no,
a
reaching out.
year,
A
okay,
year?
to try to actually get comment, and the Trump administration refused to make any type
What?
of comments on it. Yeah.
Wait, when did Garcia go? When did all this go down?
They'd been doing this for a long time.
Was he
okay?
caught? No,
Maybe
no, no. We're
maybe it
talking
wasn't
about
quite a year.
Garcia.
It doesn't matter how long it was.
No,
Regardless,
it
they had
wasn't a
reached
year.
out. No, I didn't say I didn't say they started this when Kilmer Abreu Garcia got sent there, did I?
Pardon me?
Did I say
don't
they
know.
started
You're
this
all over the
document?
map.
Did I say that they started this documentary when Kilmer Abreu Garcia got sent there?
Well, I
The
don't know.
documentary
I mean,
is not about Kilmer Abreu Garcia. It's about CCOT, which was there well before all of that, okay? But they reached out to the Trump administration for comments multiple times. The Trump administration refused to give comment on it. Okay. So now apparently, if you reach out to the Trump administration, ask them for comment, if they say we are not going to give any comments, then that automatically means that it does not meet a level of, of scrutiny that it deserves to be able to go out. So that means, according to that, the Trump administration can just choose at any point in time to just not give comments on anything. And then therefore it can't be put out because they're not going to give comments on it. That's a joke.
oh, well, that's interesting because why would they want to interview anyone in CCOT or do a documentary regarding CCOT if it wasn't about Garcia and the other prisoners, of course?
Yeah, because they sent like 160 people there or something like that, and it's a really horrible place.
Right.
And 60 Minutes says things
Oh.
on all sorts of things all the time. You would know
Well-
that, but like you said, you don't watch 60
Well,
Minutes.
Well, the thing is that it literally, I'm reading it and it had nothing to do with Trump. What they wanted is that they wanted more information from the Trump administration and more content. And that was the reason why they did not air it. It had nothing to do with that Trump brought the document, that the reason that they didn't
Yeah,
show the
that
documentary
person
is
that-
because of the Trump administration.
Yeah, that
is
person,
not true.
That person, okay, is literally a Trump lackey. I can't remember her name, whatever her name is. All right,
Oh.
she's a fucking joke. But she
Oh.
literally was
now
put there.
she's a joke.
Oh yeah, she was 100%
Oh.
joke. She was literally
Oh.
just put in charge of CBS just recently, and the reason why she was put there is
Ah.
because Donald Trump was so upset about the last 60 Minutes stuff that they were afraid that they were going to freaking fuck up their merger. So they put this lady in charge, Barry
Oh.
Weiss, that's her name. They put Barry Weiss in charge, who literally is just a Trump lackey and is literally was put in this position specifically just to do this exact thing.
Oh,
And she did it.
Just to.
And she did it.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
that's
okay,
then
so
that's
she-
good. It goes right along with everything else Trump is trying to do. Getting Jimmy Kimmel pulled, trying to get Seth Meyers pulled, getting Colbert pulled.
Just to let you know, she's not a Trump supporter. So I don't know where you got that from. I would appreciate it if you bring me up a receipt on that. If you could bring me up a receipt showing me that she's a Trump supporter and she was placed there, to basically control
They
CBS.
don't put that. They don't put that.
You realize
in the,
it was
like,
you
in the
realize
job
that it was
description, right?
ABC, not CBS.
I'm sorry, I got the wrong
that,
3-letter agency. My bad.
Oh, okay.
If that's what you want to harp on, you got me.
I know. I don't. You're good. It's like, oh my God. Uh-oh. Okay, so anyways, West
Yep,
does
Barry
not
Weiss.
endorse Donald Trump.
Barry Weiss.
She does not.
It literally says Barry Weiss.
Mhm.
Her connection to Trump is through tech billionaire Larry Weiss, who was a huge Trump donor who put her in that position.
Oh, well, she does not endorse Donald Trump or openly identify that she is a Trump supporter.
Yeah, it was CBS. Thank you,
she's not.
Steve. I was like, what am I
So-
tripping out? I was like, 60 Minutes on CBS. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, CBS is on 60 Minutes, but the lawsuit was with ABC. So, and you're
Paramount.
trying to say, oh, okay. So, let's see. She actually criticized Trump, and she even said that she cried when he won in 2016, referred to what some conservatives later called Trump deranged syndrome, TDS.
Yeah, and JD
So
Vance
she's
called.
the farthest thing. She's the farthest thing from a Trump supporter.
JD Vance called Donald Trump Hitler in 2016. So what?
What? What does that got to do with the tea in China?
Yeah, you're making it sound like somebody not liking Donald Trump in 2016 has anything to do with what's going on right now. Like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know why you brought that up, but
literally
okay.
right here. Barry Rice runs a Trump-friendly site. Now she'll be in charge of CBS News. Yeah, Fairmount
So,
Skydance
right.
announced Monday that has acquired the Free Press, a digital media outlet founded by Barry Weiss. And the Free Press is a literal, like, right-leaning site, a conservative, freaking Trump-friendly site.
I'm sorry, but Barry Weiss is not a Trump supporter, and her views, she's been very critical of Trump. And I don't know I don't understand what you're even talking about. But no, she's not a Trump supporter, and she was not placed to control the media for the Trump administration.
Okay.
So
well, if
that
that's
is
what you
not
want
a
to
true
believe, that's
statement.
fine. But
I
if
don't
you
have to believe it. I mean, I'm reading it.
Where are you reading it from?
Insane.
Here, I'll tell you right now.
I'm reading a whole bunch of stuff that says the exact same thing.
NPR. There's NPR.
All I know
hold
is
on,
she
I
was
can
running
bring you
a
up some
Trump-friendly
more
site.
recent-
Now she's in charge of CBS, and now she's stopping things that are hurtful to the Trump administration. That's all I know. Okay,
It's
she was running a
insane.
Trump-friendly website. Now she's in charge of CBS, and now she's stopping things that are hurtful to the Trump administration. That's it. Okay, whether she voted for him,
okay,
or she's a lackey,
okay.
or she's somebody that walks around wearing a MAGA hat, I don't know. Okay, but I know Larry Ellison is. All right. And I know that he's the one who put her in there, and I know that he's a big Trump supporter, and I know what she just did. All right. So
Wow.
pretty simple deductive reasoning, I think, here.
No, I think you're completely wrong.
Okay, well, you can think that all you want.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't have anything to show otherwise.
I believe I just did, actually.
No, actually, you did not. You're funny. No, you did not. So yeah. So let me see. Hold on a second. And then we'll close this argument because this is kind of ridiculous. But so there's no evidence showing that Barry Weiss was placed there to support the Trump administration whatsoever.
Yes, there is.
It was no, there's not. No, it's not. It was an internal corporate hiring decision, not a government appointee. And there's no. There isn't anything showing that the reason she was hired, Barry Rice was hired as the editor-in-chief of CBS in 2025 from CBS management and ultimately overseen by its parent company, Paramount Global, at the time. So no.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know, why you're putting out this nonsense. So, I mean, who's Barry Rice, CBS News editor-in-chief and vocal, critic of legacy media. And nowhere does it show that she is a Trump supporter or she was placed there because Trump is in office.
I literally just explained all of the evidence so that the exact opposite of that. I'm not going to, I have no will to just
We don't have to.
I have zero will to just keep saying the same thing over and over. That she was literally put there in charge of CBS after Donald Trump had a problem with CBS by a huge Trump donor in order to change what CBS talked about. That is literally what happened. Okay, it is plain as day. Here's an article right here. Barry Weiss ahead CBS News as pro-Trump, pro-Israel billionaire Ellison family expand media empire.
Wow, and what article is that from? Where?
It's from Democracy Now.
Democracy Now.
Don't act like you've ever heard of Democracy Now.
Who is very okay? So just go to NPR, guys, and then you can see all the and all of the opinion pieces regarding this topic.
Sure.
Is all there.
You know what?
That is
Fine.
ridiculous.
You know what? I'll have fun with this anyway. What's your NPR article?
Okay, hold on a second.
Because last time you sent me an article, it said nowhere near what you said. So now I'm just curious.
It did. It just was proven
No,
that
it didn't.
25. The 25 million deportations. Yes, it did. It just didn't.
It wasn't 25.5 million. It was
2.5 million,
and it wasn't deportations. It was people that removed their illegal status.
2.5. Yeah.
We don't have to go over that. You already got beat on that one. It's fine. Can you please just tell me the name of the article?
Did. I did not.
It's really boring. I really have no will to rehash that.
Oh.
NPR. What's the name of the article? Yeah.
Who is Barry Weiss? CBS News new editor in chief is vocal critics of legacy media. Hold on a second, I gotta look. I know, and that is the other thing too that was brought to my attention.
This is the first paragraph
do you
of this
want-
site. This is
do
so
you-
funny.
do you
This is the
want-
first
do you
paragraph. Hold on. I just want to read again. I just want to read the first paragraph. The first paragraph of this article. Paramount announced Monday that it is acquiring the Free Press, a provocative news site known for criticizing mainstream media and left-leaning woke culture, and installing the publication's co-founder Barry Weiss as the new editor-in-chief. It literally, in the first fucking paragraph, talks about the literal site that she runs being anti-left.
Wow, that's not what that fucking says. Do you not know how to read?
I literally just read it.
Paramount announced Monday that it's acquiring the Free Press, a news site known for criticizing mainstream media and left-leaning woke culture, and installing the publication co-founder Barry Weiss as the new editor-in-chief of CBS News. Do you not know how to read it?
Was the co-founder of the Free Press, which was anti-left. It's not right either. Are you serious right now? Yes,
Are you okay?
Is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh my goodness. It probably
wow,
says
what
in
is
here.
wrong with you? Are you okay today?
Let's see. Do.
Well, I don't know what's going on with you today, but something's not clicking. Yeah, that didn't say it. That first paragraph didn't say anything other than that it was the mainstream media and left-leaning woke culture.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Okay, so anyways, and what do you guys want? Just all left-leaning media? Absolutely not. You know what? It's time for the right to take over some platforms and for them to be conservative platforms, as far as I'm concerned. Or I would love it if they did lean right or left. That would
Literally
be
right
great.
here. She will play a key role. She will play a key role in shaping the network's editorial direction at a time when it is looking to expand its appeal among right-leaning voters. When Skydance Media acquired Paramount, CBS parent company in July, a merger that required Trump administration approval, it promised to embrace a diversity of political and ideological viewpoints. Barron is a proven champion of Yeah.
Okay, that's not saying that she's leaning right, dude. Do you not know how to read? What is happening?
This is getting embarrassing, Montana.
No, you're embarrassing.
This is literally getting embarrassing.
That's not what. It doesn't say that she leans right, dude.
I didn't miss a word at all. I literally have it on the screen. Everybody can read it. I'm reading it word for word. Everybody here seems to fucking understand exactly what the fuck we're saying. I'm reading the article that you asked me to read. Okay, and it is literally again proving you wrong.
Okay, let's go over this. Where are you at?
It's literally the article
Free Press
that
says
you
it will
asked
retain
me
its
to pull
own
up.
brand and
That's
operation. The Free Press says it will retain its own brand and operation. And as NPR has reported, West, who has no broadcasting experience, appears unlikely to run the new division at CBS on a day-to-day basis. Okay,
Gotcha.
But she will play.
So she has no broadcast experience, isn't running CBS on a day-to-day basis, but pulled a CBS.
She's the editor.
But pulled
She's
a
the
CBS
editor.
thing just for fun. Yeah, exactly.
She's the editor. Hello, she's the editor.
It was a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
Dude.
What are you talking about? Nowhere in this article does it say that she is supporting the Trump administration. That was my claim. So,
Okay.
what are you talking about, dude? I mean, seriously, where does in this article does it say that she is a Trump supporter?
Dude, it literally says that Donald Trump needed to approve a merger. In order to approve the merger, he had to promise that they would have more right-leaning people. And then Larry Ellison decided to put her in to effectuate that.
To embrace diversity of political and ideologically
to get more right-wing shit
exactly
in there.
What
that's
it
fine.
says.
And then when something when something comes out that's against the Trump administration, it's her job to just just take it out. And that's fine.
No. Yes. Well, you can go ahead and say that all you want.
I will. And I pulled up all the articles to prove it too. So including yours.
Yeah, you proved what? You proved absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But you left-leaning tards are constantly. I mean, you guys can't even fucking read right now.
Adhoms. She's upsetty spaghetti.
No, I'm not.
She's upsetty spaghetti with the homs.
It's just really frustrating. Like we're reading the same article, and hello, where does it say that
No,
she is a
I'm
Trump
reading
supporter?
Ma'am, I don't need her to be a Trump supporter. She was put in, okay, for
According
that
to you.
Trump's approval was required. Okay, I'm not going to break down this down anymore. It's like I'm trying to teach a child. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay,
No, you're not teaching me anything.
Obviously that's incredibly evident. Okay, that's incredibly evident. Okay,
Okay.
it says right here. They needed the approval of Donald Trump. Donald Trump said, okay, I'll approve it, but you need more right-leaning people. So Larry Ellison said, okay, we're going to put this person in so that Trump approves it. Okay. Now, whether she is a Trump supporter or not, okay, which again, I believe she is, but regardless of whether she is or not, really isn't necessary for the point. Okay. The point is she was
according
put
to your-
there by Larry Ellison, okay, in order to make sure that people like 60 Minutes didn't put stuff out that was hurtful to the Trump administration. And that's exactly what she's doing. Okay. That's all. It's that simple. She could be the biggest Trump hater. Okay, I don't care. Maybe she hates Trump with everything that she has. Okay, she is doing Trump's bidding at CBS. Period.
Hold on a second. Okay, Paramount Globe said effective next June was done solely by financial reasons. He had nothing that occurred in flurry of steps taken at Paramount Skydance Media, which
I'm
has been
truly
seeking
like
regard.
just
Okay,
bored with
so
this conversation. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay, sorry, this is arguing over what Barry
not
Weiss
really.
polling articles really is just boring to me at this point.
You're right. It is.
Okay.
It is really boring.
Well, anyways,
So-
regardless, good conversation. I hope you have a better day, and
All right.
maybe
I'm having a great day. For some reason, you think that you made a point. You actually didn't make any points whatsoever.
you know the fun thing is I'm not
And
here
that's
to,
fine. And
I'm
that's
not
fine.
I'm
And
not
that's fine.
I'm not here to prove points to you. Okay.
Yeah, well, ditto.
I proved my point, and let's see, between all the platforms, over 2,000 people that are watching me saw my point very clearly. All right.
2,000 people? Really? I didn't. You must be on another platform that you're
I am,
adding another
multiples.
1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
they all heard the point just fine. I don't need to prove it to you. It's totally okay.
Insane.
All right. So have a wonderful
all right.
day and Happy New Year. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Woo. Sorry, that was just getting old real quick. I do love, like I've said to you guys many times, I do love more than anything just proving people wrong with their own sources. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that follow button, turn on those notifications if you haven't already. If you'd like to support the live, I do have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics. I also have super stickers, super stuff. I was trying to put up a live gift goal, but it's not really working. But regardless, we're going to move on to the next caller or next guest. Keep this thing going for a little bit. What time is it? Okay, I do. Semi, thank you so much for the Galaxy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll see who else we got in here. Hello. DJ, thank you so much for the Galaxy. I really appreciate that too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DJ. Happy New Year to everybody, too. We're going to go through some super chats and all that sort of stuff in a bit. Oh, I would have, Ari. I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know what all that was. I don't know that. I remember I went on her live one time. RJ was there. I went to make a point and everybody screamed and yelled at me. That's all I know from her is that she literally yelled and screamed one time and I was like, okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
What's the topic?
How old are you is the first topic.
How old are you?
Sir, I'm not going to do this. How old are you?
I'm not going to do this. I'm
All right. Hello. Hello, how are you today?
Hi. Oh, wow. I actually got through.
You did. How old are you?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Sorry, my video started playing while I'm talking to you. I actually didn't expect to get through. Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New Year
And-
also.
My name is Joshua. I am not a Trump supporter, but I've been watching your videos for the past, I want to say month or two. You keep coming up on my feed, and I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate what you're doing with trying to educate people.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and a happy New Year. All right.
You too, man.
All
God
right.
bless you. Happy New Year.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
48.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I just do. He's who's in office right now, and that's who I'm going to support.
You're just going to support whoever's in
Line.
office. So if Hitler was the president, you would just be like, I support him. He's in office. Let's just go with it.
Yep. Totally.
Seems kind of like simpy, doesn't it?
No, I mean, I actually would support anybody who has some of the similar policies that he has. Just our country's getting sort of out of hand with open borders, and I believe that some of the things that the last administration had opened up to, like I have children. I have 2 daughters that I think they're the way that COVID was handled and their schooling was handled, and I just didn't see anything coming from the other side that made any sense to me.
Gotcha. So you saw Donald Trump and you're like, you know what? Somebody who treats people inhumanely, is a felon, sexually assaults people. That's more my speed.
Well, what made you think that the other side treats people humanely?
What do you think the other side treats people humanely? Well, they're not sending people to torture prisons.
Like what made you think Joe Biden treated people?
Well, he
humanely?
wasn't sending people to torture
that-
prisons.
Or that like Dr. Fauci or any of the deep state treats people humanely.
I don't think Dr. Fauci has an ability to not treat people humanely. I guess he can in his personal life, but
Oh, so you think Dr. Fauci can't not treat people humanely?
I'm sure he can in his personal life. He's not the president, though, unless there was a point in time when Dr. Fauci was the president that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, well, you're not just supporting a president; you're supporting their entire staff.
Fauci
but, like,
was
you're just-
Fauci was
you're
also
not,
under
like-
Trump, sir.
I've listened to your
Sir,
show
Fauci
before.
was also under Trump. He was also part of the Trump administration. His first term.
Yeah, and I totally disagreed with Fauci.
He was literally installed by Trump.
That's not true.
I'm pretty sure it
That's not true.
is.
He was there before.
Let's see. When was Fauci? When did Fauci?
I don't know. You want to tell me since you're so smart? Like you're the condescending one that seems to know everything in the world.
Chief advisor. Okay, because the chief advisor is the president under Trump. He felt he was serving in the government before that under Trump. So he'd been there a long time. Yeah.
Also,
He was
you
under
were wrong.
several. Well, he was under the Trump administration. He's actually been there since 1984.
Okay, so you were wrong.
No,
can you admit that?
Was Donald Trump the president in between 1984 and 2022?
Were you wrong when you said
Sir,
that he
sir.
installed him?
No. Oh, yeah. He didn't install him. That was incorrect. He was there
Okay,
actually
so
before
you were
him.
wrong.
But he was part of his
So you were
administration.
wrong.
Yes, sir. I don't have a
Listen,
problem.
listen.
Sir, listen. I don't have a problem being wrong. That doesn't bother me.
Okay, that's good.
You,
Because I don't
you
hear
got,
you say
sir,
that very
sir.
often.
Well, I'm not wrong very often.
You're-
Yeah,
you're-
the difference
so
between
I
the
tripped-
difference between
I
me,
tripped
sir,
you up.
sir.
The old man tripped you up.
The old man tripped me up. Sir, be quiet. Thank you. The difference between you guys and me, okay, is that when I'm wrong, I don't have a problem admitting that I was wrong. Okay, that's not an issue for me.
Okay,
I look
don't
it up.
say you
and then
guys. I'm an American just like you.
You're a loudmouth who won't be quiet. Shh.
I'm a loud mouth who won't be quiet.
Yes, because I'm speaking.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, when adults are speaking, children are quiet.
What's that?
When adults are speaking, children are quiet. It's your time to be quiet. Shh.
How
about this? I'm muting you, and then no one can talk. So, anyways, the Trump administration would do a whole bunch better, a whole lot better, if they would just learn to admit they were wrong. They're literally doing all of this stuff with Kilmore Abrego Garcia just because they found out that they mistakenly deported him. And instead of just admitting, hey, we screwed up once, right? we did something that we weren't supposed to do and it was a complete accident. They instead decided to do an entire indictment and make this whole thing, try to call him a gang member, try to call him MS-13, try to do all of these different things because they can't just say, I was wrong. I made a mistake, okay? Because I don't really think anybody actually expects the president to be perfect, right? But Donald Trump is such a narcissist and he has such a control over his, his little cult that it's kind of like religion, right? Where people think that he has to be perfect or else he is not in control anymore, okay? So again, you guys should be more like me, okay? And less like Trump and just admit that you're wrong sometimes. It's totally okay.
Did you take your Adderall? Is that why you can't be quiet for a second? Listen. All of the things that you just said about Kilmar are actually true. He's actually a gang member. He's actually not a U.S. citizen. He actually has a criminal record. What are you talking about?
He's actually out right now. He's actually walking the streets of the United
That's
States
fine
because
that he's out.
because
He's
a
gonna go back.
because a
He's gonna
judge
go back.
because
Why?
a judge said that there's literally everything that under his indictment was just fabricated and vindictive in order to put him in jail
Okay,
because
so let me ask you this.
no, you don't ask me anything until I'm done speaking. Again, sir, we have to
Bro,
act like we
shut the
graduated.
fuck up.
We have to
You're-
act like
you're-
we graduated
bro,
kindergartner
you know
here.
what?
I'm gonna have to
You know
mute you
what?
again, little guy.
I'll
I'm gonna take
ask you
away your
whatever
little
the fuck I
binky.
want.
I'm gonna take away your little binky if you don't start behaving.
Wow. Wow, bro.
I'm not gonna give you your little bottle. It's okay, little guy. It's okay.
Wow, bro. You are a fucking liberal. You are. You are a fucking liberal. You done?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you attempting to insult me because that was not a very good job?
No, bro. You fucking you insult yourself by talking. So first of all, why don't you explain to me how he's actually not a gang member when he's a gang member? Then why don't you explain to me how?
Wow, what a
he's
great
not
question.
a criminal
How is he
when
not
he's
a gang
actually-
member
Hey,
when
what-
he's
where's
not
the-
when
why
he's an
don't- why aren't you
actual
gonna
gang
shut up when
member?
I'm talking?
Did you hear
How
that?
come I have to shut up
What
when
a
you're talking,
great
Binky
question.
boy?
What that's just an awesome question.
Binky boy.
I love that.
Hey, Binky boy.
Did you ever
I thought you.
Wow, you couldn't
I
even
thought
think
you
of your
wanted me to
sir,
shut up
you
when
couldn't
were
even
talking.
sir, you couldn't even think of your own insult, so you literally had to use mine. You got two brain
What are
cells
you
that are fighting
talking
for
about?
third right now.
Bro,
That is sad.
I'm not using your fucking insult. Why don't you have some common courtesy? You wanted me to shut up while you're talking. Why don't you shut the fuck up while someone's talking?
Cool. Anyways, prove to me he's a gang member.
He's a fucking gang member. You don't
Prove
agree
that.
with that? Prove he's not.
Yeah, you can't prove a negative, sir.
You can prove it when he has actual criminal charges against him.
He has
He has a fucking criminal record.
He has a criminal record for being a gang member. Under what law is being in a gang make you a criminal?
What did you say?
Under what law is being in a gang a criminal matter?
It's what are you talking about? It's called being a fucking, it's called committing a crime in the activity.
Yeah,
and-
what
and
crime
being in a
is
gang.
being
There's
a
fucking
gang
laws
member?
for it. Why don't
Yeah,
you Google it?
under what crime is being a gang member?
How about RICO?
Oh, great. So he was charged and convicted of RICO? That's really good.
If
Yeah,
he's
that's
committed
actually
those- how
that's
about
actually
this?
perfect. Yeah.
How about this? If
I would
you-
actually love to see
if
that.
you- if you
By the
do
way,
a drive-by
by the way,
if
you don't get
do
charged.
a drive-by shooting while you're in a gang,
just let
there's
you know.
an extra charge for it.
Just let you know, RICO's not a charge either. You can't get
Okay,
charged. You can't get
AOC.
charged with RICO.
Okay, AOC. Hey, listen. Why don't
Again, you're
Why
not
don't you
doing well
tell
with
me
the compliment,
what
with
happens
the
when you do a drive-by
insults.
shooting
Just thought I'd
and
let you
you're
know.
part of a gang?
So
Hey, what happened to hey baby boy, shut up while I'm talking? You seem to be the one that doesn't shut the fuck up.
yeah, AOC now. I got called a liberal and AOC. I'm probably gonna cry myself to sleep tonight.
You are a fucking liberal. You're a big
Please
old-
don't call me Barack Obama next. I might just lose it.
No, because you'd be all that's racial. You'd be all that's racist.
Insane.
Are you gonna show me under what law being a gang member is and what he's been convicted of?
Yeah. Okay. When you fucking do a drive-by shooting and you're part of a gang,
the crime gets enhanced.
It's insane.
It does,
You
huh?
prove me wrong on that one.
It does.
dare
Okay.
you.
How does it get enhanced?
Just fucking look it up, dummy.
Just fucking look it up, dummy. You can't explain it to
look
me.
it up. I'm not a fucking lawyer, dude.
You're
I'm not a lawyer.
that is one thing you did not have to tell me today. I promise you that.
Yeah, and
I
you're
have
not a
I
fucking
don't think
lawyer.
I've ever seen
Hey, buddy,
anything
and
more
you're not a
evident
lawyer
in the
either,
world
buddy.
than you're
You're
not
a
a
fucking
lawyer.
guy who sits in his house with a fucking camera in his mom's basement, fucking taking.
So is
phone
it
calls
my
from
house
people.
or is it my mom's basement? I can't keep up.
It's your mom's basement.
It's
in
my
her
house that is inside. I live in a dollhouse inside of my mom's basement. That's pretty
Bro,
impressive.
you're a fucking lame-o. Hey, go fuck yourself. Have a nice day.
Happy New Year. Wow, crash out. Holy crap, dude. That was wild. That was wild. All right, let's keep this thing going. Flower Child, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're gonna keep this thing going. By the way, y'all, for those of y'all who are seeing super chats and all stuff, I'm gonna get to all of them. Trust me, I'm seeing them all. I will get to them very, very soon. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. I'm just trying to keep this thing going because I know I don't have a whole lot of time today because I do have a date for New Year's Eve. Hello, how are you? Hello? All right, you're not there. We'll open the phone lines back up. Keep this thing going. Really appreciate y'all. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you guys know when I go live, when I post new content. Really does mean a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. Maureen, thank you so much for the $5 over on Venmo, too. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hi, hello. Am I on?
Hello?
Oh, hey. I want to be a good faith actor. I actually want to answer your question on why I still support Donald Trump.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Your last caller, the Binky jokes were funny. Like, you know, he didn't quite know how to articulate his point, I think, but we probably voted the same. So I'd like to do him a favor and not act like that.
Oh, well, that's totally fine, sir. I don't think you need to stick up for him, though. I think that
yeah, that's fair. I don't know the guy asked him Sunday, but
I will say though, I will just say this real quick and just to be clear, all right? Whenever like the people that you vote along with, right, are the people that act like that, right? They're also the same people that come up here and like do things like call me the N-word or, you know, like do all this
that's
stuff.
not cool.
And like all those people are like the people that you vote with. Do you ever like look at your party and go like, hey, you know, if I don't agree with these things, maybe I shouldn't be like part of it, you know?
No, and you're right. And history will decide who was correct. I totally agree. And my girlfriend is actually a progressive liberal, and we get along just fine. I'm more of a libertarian, but yeah. Anyways, I think God, you guys are going all over the place. You're just talking about the gang thing. It's not, and the Fauci thing also. Like Fauci has been an administrative staple his entire career. So if you look into the AIDS epidemic. And granted that, you know, truth comes out after the fact, hindsight is 2020. He was probably doing his best, but the science hadn't caught up to what was happening so fast. Same with COVID. I don't necessarily blame him.
Of course he was. Yeah, he was doing he has spent his, like, you can say whatever you want about Fauci, I don't care. He spent his life trying to protect people and make people healthier. And did he handle COVID perfectly? No, I'm not saying he did. But I'm saying he tried his best based off the information that he had and, you know, tried his best to adjust as the science, you know, as the science did it. So, yeah, is he going to make mistakes? Yeah, we're all going to make mistakes. I would tell you, if I was in his position, I couldn't have done better. So, like, you know, whatever.
I'm also not a scientist, so yeah, you nailed it, man.
So let's go back.
Disagree.
So you said you wanted to back up that guy's point. So which crime is it to be a part of a gang?
Well, I'm from San Diego. I recently left California as much as if you know the statistics, for the first time ever, there's been a population decrease in California. Because of the fires, the way the state's being ran, the property taxes, the income taxes, the gas. I could go on for an hour about that. But yeah, there is actually gang task force, and it's illegal to rep colors. There's been a long history. Now they go back and forth changing the law, and it is. I'm also not a lawyer, but it is a complicated situation. So like flying flags, you could Google flying flags, and I'm not telling you have to do it right this second, but it is illegal to be a member of known domestic terrorist groups. There's subsections of the law that he said RICO charge. That's more of a fucking mafia. I'm sorry. That's more of a mafia thing. But yeah, it is kind of illegal to be a known gang associate in California, at least.
Yeah. So first of all, in no state in the United States is it illegal to rep colors. That would be, completely illegal.
Well, stop and frisk used to be legal. No, things have changed, and I'm sure that's not the current law, but he might be referring to like stop and frisk type of stuff.
Okay. Repping colors is not illegal in any place in California. No, nowhere to inform. There is no law under the books of California that say you cannot wear red or you cannot wear blue or you cannot do any of these things. That is completely
flying
illegal.
a flag. Okay, so
Sir, I let you talk extensively, and I did not cut you off at all. Would you mind if I finished?
Sure.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk about prison culture and people being in prison, there are different rules for people that are in prison. Okay. Being on a gang on the outside is not illegal. Second of all, California's population is actually increasing, not decreasing. There was a population decrease during COVID, but the California population is not only stabilized, but it's increasing. So all of these things you're talking about with the prices and gas and taxes and all sort of stuff, it's not doing any of the things that you're saying. Actually, the population in California is going the opposite direction of that. Okay. But more importantly, that the Kilmore Abreu Garcia would have had to have been indicted on federal charges, because these were federal charges that he was brought up upon on being in a gang. Being in a gang is not against the law. Now, gang activity from certain gangs, trafficking drugs, doing violence, all those sort of things. Of course, those are against the law. But none of those things, zero of those things, has Kilmore Abreu Garcia been convicted of, or even indicted on or tried on up until recently, when the Donald Trump administration specifically tried to do that just in order to get an indictment on him to try to make up for the fact that they had mistakenly deported him. And unsealed documents from the court have shown that is the only reason that they did that.
Okay, so I have a few you actually speak very quickly, so my ADHD appreciates it. To go back to so inherently being a part of a group, let's use a motorcycle club as an example, not a criminal one like Hell's Angels. You're right. It's not illegal to be a part of a group or community or a Rotary Club or a yacht club or whatever. But once you've been tied to a known domestic terrorist group, it is illegal to associate, just like you're not allowed to be a felon and own a gun. You're not allowed to associate with known gang members. There is a list. So maybe I'm not a lawyer, but I do know that if you have a prior charge, you're not allowed to associate with a group. There used to be gang task force. So maybe my verbiage is incorrect. That's totally a possibility. But there is precedent, and like my ignorant friend before me said, I think that's what he's kind of referring to, but I can't speak for him because I don't know him either.
Yeah,
but so that could be the misunderstanding.
You can have a gang task force. You can have a set of police officers who are in charge of investigating gangs. That doesn't make being in gangs illegal, right? And you can have a judge issue an order, right? Like saying, you can have it say any of these sorts of things, right? Like you can have a judge saying, hey, you've had 3 DUIs, like you can't be in a place of drinking, right? But that's not making it. But none of that is making it illegal to be in a gang. None of that is true. Sure. If that was the case, like under that same law, I'm pretty sure everybody who wears a MAGA hat would technically be,
you're not wrong. Hey,
would be up for criminal investigation because technically, according to the rules of a gang, they would be part of it, right? And so all of them would be, liable for criminal charges under that. It's not, right? And it's not possible.
No, and that's why when he said RICO charge, I disagreed with that. I'm like, hey, dude, that's not quite mafia shit. Calm down. So you bring up very good points. The MAGA red hat has been labeled as gang identification.
Can I also bring up one point also? Donald Trump does not have the ability to label things as domestic terrorist group under the law.
I think he's overstepping his reach a little bit.
It's not a thought.
in-
He just straight up cannot do that. So this whole like
in a world
Antifa is a domestic terrorist group or whatever the heck, he can't do that. He doesn't have the ability to do that.
in a world of lesser evils, and unfortunately, I think that we live in that. I do pick that side of the lesser evil, but I also have seen Ted Cruz do a bunch of wild stuff I don't agree with. I listen to Tim Pool and Tucker Carlson, but unlike my mother, I also listen to CNN and Rachel Maddow just to hear the other perspective. In your channel, I've got opinions about. I've just recently started following you. I have opinions about some of the stuff that you say, but also you make some valid points. So I want to be a good faith actor and call in and give my perspective.
Okay, well, it sounds like I think you did.
Well,
So,
whether it was good or not is subjective.
Well,
but
that's
I
all subjective.
tried.
People think I have good. Some people think I have good opinions. Some people have bad opinions. That's completely subjective. But I do appreciate you coming up and saying your opinion. I am going to move on to the next caller, but I do appreciate you. I hope you have a
No
good
problem,
New Year.
man.
All right.
Good luck with your channel.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you also. All right. But can you disapprove of the left? Yeah, sure. I don't care. Queen V, thank you so much for the whale diving. I appreciate that. All right, let's see who else we got in here. See if we can keep this thing going. Please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys so much. Hello?
Nigger.
That was decent. At least that racist put a tune to it, so I had something to dance to. I'm just saying, if you're gonna be racist, like put it to a beat. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit up a few super chats. I think it might be close to quitting time. We'll see if we get another caller in. But we're gonna hit up a few real quick. I appreciate that. Jamie, thank you so much for the 6-7. I appreciate that. Chill Guy, also thank you so much for the 6-7. I'm the problem with the $100 super chat. Said Happy New Year, Paulie. Thanks for a great live. Thank you so much. Huge W's in the chat for Heathen, and I'm the problem for the huge $100 super chat. Huge W's in the chat for that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna leave that up for a second. Hello.
Hello. Am I live right now?
Maybe.
Okay, cool. Is it open topic or is it only if I'm a Trumper?
Only if you're a Trump supporter.
Oh yeah, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a huge lefty though. Thank you for your time though. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. I'm actually gonna mute that for a second just so I can go through a few of these. Heathen, also thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said not to mention the 1,200 people still missing from Alligator Alley. Yeah, that was great. Thank you. I actually read that and brought that up on the screen. So thank you so much for that. Jonathan, thank you so much. I never understood why MAGA women support a rapist. It's kind of like Blaga, where you're kind of just like, I don't understand it. Okay? And I to this day don't actually, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say it. Well, no, I'll say it. I still actually to this day don't believe that there's actually any like black women MAGA like creators. I think that they all just do it for the money. I really do. Thank you so much for the $20. Duran said, Paulie, you can't debate stupid or willful ignorance. Well, you can try though. you can try. I think I do a pretty good job of doing it, to be completely honest with you. I give it my best shot. Thank you so much. Darrell, thank you so much for the $2. Tobin, thank you so much. Taylor said, fuck this Karen argues like a toddler. Dude, think about like when I've seen her live before, right? And I've tried to get in there because sometimes I get bored and I'll like want to jump into a MAGA chat. Picture what she did, but with like me, her, 7 other MAGAs all doing the same thing and all saying it at like the same time. It's really bad. Facts. Thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. I really appreciate that. Said you had the bottom dwellers today. Happy New Year's. I appreciate you. Yeah. That was not my plan for today, but hey, I think we made it through. Thank you guys so much for being here to help support me. So thank you guys so much. It was definitely it definitely wasn't my plan today. I promise you that one. Patricia, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Chill guy, thank you so much for the 6-7. Tobin, again, thank you so much for the $10 at the good old defense. Lady is confused because she is dumb. She's just trying so hard to defend the point. Like, it's not a matter of being, like logical or being, trying to have a good conversation. It's all about trying to prove a point. So, anyways. Tad, thank you so much for the $5. Said, what is the crime? Driving while Spanish? If she went to Rico, man, she would she would want to arrest all 3 million. Wait, that checks out. Yeah, driving while Spanish is actually a big problem in Trump's America. That's actually most of what they did in DC. It was just driving Ubers while Spanish. Oh my God. There was this video. If I have a couple extra minutes before I get done, I'll pull it up because it was so funny. But it was this guy who made like a fake ICE like report line and had people calling into it thinking it was a real ICE report line. And this lady was trying to report every single Uber driver like she had ever had. It was so funny. I'll see if I can bring it. You guys know who I'm talking about? Dude, that was so funny. She's like, I've been on 125 Uber rides, and 3 of them have spoken Spanish or spoken English well enough. And one guy made me hit a button. And dude, it's so funny. And this, dude, if I get a second, I'll try to bring it up. If I can get a second, I'll try to bring it up. It's so funny. Jeff, thank you so much for $2. Said, stop twisting colors words. I like how I do one live with Ari, and now Ari's troll is my troll. I like how that somehow worked. All right. It's fine. I'm just saying, like, it just is kind of funny. CJ, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Said, this level of delusion and simping for a man that hates women is pure insanity and should be studied. Again, the women Trump supporters thing is pretty wild to me. It's pretty wild. There's a few of them, but it is pretty wild. I hope at one point they're just like they take an outside look and go, okay, this is nuts. I really hope for their sake. Thank you so much, CJ. Don't know how to pronounce it, but thank you so much for the floating heart. Tobin with the $5 said, love how she makes all these claims and shows no facts to back the claim, but expects you to pull up everything. I love how she made claims, provided facts for those claims, and then I pulled up those facts, and they all proved my point. That's what I loved. That was actually my favorite part. I actually love that. That's like one of my favorite things to do, to be completely honest with you. Truthfully. Thank you so much, Tobin. Brilliant, thank you so much for the 5. Said, la 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 la. If I can't hear it and can't read it, it mustn't be true. Nuh-uh. See how being right works. La 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 la. Ben Palmer. You're right. Ben Palmer is the creator. He's awesome. Thank you so much, Brilliant. Rob, thank you so much for the $5. Said, watching a MAGA brain melt in real time is wild. At some point, I feel like my brain was actually kind of melting, truthfully. Oris, thank you so much for the 2 jewels. Zazu, thank you so much for the $2. Said, Happy New Year's, friends. ZR, thank you so much for the clapping seal. Betty, thank you so much for the $2. Said, wow, bro, you took my binky fucking liberals. I thought the binky thing was funny. Y'all can hate me all you want. I don't care. I think it's funny. All right. CJ, thank you so much for $2. It's called being a gang member. That is the crime. Like, it's actually under title, might be under title 10. Yeah, being in a gang is a crime because being in a gang. I'm pretty sure. Jonathan, thank you so much for the $5. Said, when will they learn you can't out diss Polly? Look, dude, you might get me on a fact every once in a while. I might say something wrong, but you will not out fucking like freaking diss me, okay? Like, I am the king, all right? I talk shit better than anyone on TikTok, all right? So, or YouTube or anything. So, you're not going to catch me on that one. You might as well just back off. Verillion, thank you so much for the $5. Said, next time I'm in court, I'm just going to tell the judge to effing look it up. Hey, what, defendant, do you know what you're being charged for? I don't know, judge, fucking look it up, dude. Fucking look it up, bro. Fuck it. I ain't got time for all this shit. I can look it up, man. Carolyn, thank you so much for the $20. Happy New Year's, Polly and Ari. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Luca, thank you so much for the $2. Said the real gang is the friends we made along the way. Oh my goodness. I didn't shoot. I just realized something. Oh my goodness. Oh crap. I forgot something. Anyways. That was funny, Luca. Thank you. Frost King, thank you so much for the $2. I found Antifa HQ. Ask my aunt Tifa. We need her address so we can go to the meetings. Ken, thank you so much for the jewels. VJ, thank you so much for the $2. Garrett said, remember me? Would you ever run for anything? I never ran from nothing but the police, so probably not. VJ, thank you so much for the $2. Said Happy New Year's to you and Ari. You rock, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, VJ. Nora, thank you so much for the $5. Said these are Trump's best soldiers, by the way. These are the best. These are the ones they send at me. Yeah, you got a whole bunch like that are actually worse, but these are the best ones. These are the turning points. Okay. It's great. And Jeff, thank you so much. Said, why do you keep calling me a troll? Because I know you're a troll. Because I know you are. Like I know that you are. All right. Like I was already informed of you. All right. I was already pre-briefed. I already know what's going on here. All right. Anyways, y'all, I need to get off the live because I just realized I forgot something completely away from the live that I totally forgot to do. So I need to go do that. I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year. Last live of the New Year. Hope you guys have a wonderful New Year. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I might take tomorrow off. We'll see. I may or may not see you guys tomorrow. We'll see. But regardless of any of that, I will definitely see you later this week and this weekend. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys. Bye. See you guys later.